would say is when you start your story, probably the number one problem you have is you don't start um, at the right point. You're probably starting it a bit too early. You want to start as late as possible in the story. Ideally, drop the character in the middle of the problem they're having, and then explain to us if you need to. But a lot of stories, a lot of writers, they will start at the beginning. And you don't want to start at the beginning. You want to start after the beginning has already happened. So write a story and just get rid of the first 2 pages and see what happens, and it probably improve it at that point. So that's quite a useful thing. Yeah, I don't care to explain the logic too much. Do you like to start with an action scene? I mean, I do like starting with an action scene. A conversation is also an action scene, by the way. Action is things that happen, and that's what you want. Dialogue makes stories pop, Dialogue are fun to read. Action can be, atmosphere is a bit harder, but you want to start with action. You want to start with something happening because it's a story. Something needs to happen, You don't want to start before it starts. Now, you don't have to start with a hook that is sort of crazy, You don't have to start and then, Case got hit in the head and had to fight the ninjas. You can just start with something that raises some questions. One of my favorite science fiction openings of all time is from a book. It's from a book from the 60s, I think, from Dorsai by Gordon R. Dixon. And the opening line is, "The boy was odd." That's it. The boy was odd. But think how many questions that opens up. Who is this boy? Why is he odd? We want to find out what's going on. This is a really intriguing opening. So you want an opening that makes people ask questions about what's going on, But you're not necessarily looking for shock value. You're sort of looking for the confidence, that the sentence tells you that the author knows what's going on and will get to it in good time. If you look at Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, which is, it has a very sedate opening paragraph, but it opens up so many interesting questions that you have to keep reading. And also because she communicates to the reader that she knows exactly what she's doing. So as soon as you read her opening paragraph, you think, I'm in good hands. I want to find out what happens next, but I can trust her. So that's kind of a tough trick to master.